Hi everyone. Hi Helen. Okay, so can somebody share this to the Crafting with Sentimentally Yours group, please? While I pop it onto my Facebook page. When I get my iPad and the special app, I'll be able to do all this automatically. Morning, Debbie. Excuse me. Wretched cough, it won't go away. I'll just wait for a few more people to jump on and then we'll start. Morning, Caroline. So, to chat, if you don't know how to do it, thanks, Helen. If you're on a laptop, you'll see a little icon that says live chat, and you just click on that, and then you can write comments in, and everybody will see them. Obviously, if you're watching, mind you, if you're watching from Facebook, you'll have followed the link anyway. And if you're watching later on, you can leave me a comment. They will be held for review though, just in case, because I spotted that last time I had quite a few inappropriate spam messages, so I do actually check everything before I actually authorise it to go live. We want it to be a happy place. We don't want any nasties in there. Morning, Candice. Edith, hello. So obviously this is on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch it back at any time you want to, and when you get your stamps through, you can, if you want to craft along, then you can do that as well. This is the new Essential Verses collection. It's volume 1, which is launching today. The products are actually available at Honeypot Crafts and at my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. And other retailers will have them today on their sites as well. It's launching in a one-day special at 6 o'clock this evening with the man himself, Mr. M. And then Phil has another show at 9 p.m. and he has 2 more shows tomorrow at 10 and 2 because I'm not going there anymore. So he has to do all the work himself, bless him. But obviously I'm still involved with Sentimentally Yours and with Fairy Hugs and Indigo Blue and some of the other brands as well. So you will still see me doing YouTube lives and regular YouTube videos as just a bit of a tutorial really, and to make sure that you guys don't forget me. I must say a big thank you to all the lovely words that I've read on Facebook across all the posts that have been on social media and the various people that have posted. It means a lot. I'm only giving up TV. I'm still running my website, still doing my lives, but I need to do some life things as well. So something had to go, so it was TV. And to be honest, I was only doing about 4 hours a month anyway, although July's been a bit busier, which is just typical. So anyway, there's nothing sinister about it. I just need some time to do some other stuff. Okie dokie, so let's crack on. Obviously we're not going to get as many people watching here on YouTube as we do on Facebook, but like I say, it's here for you to watch whenever. And the reason I've moved over here rather than staying on Facebook is because Facebook was being a bit silly and saying that I had unauthorized music in the background, copyrighted music, so they wouldn't let me download it to pop it onto YouTube. So we've cut out Facebook, and it's just here on YouTube. And thank you for everybody that's subscribed. It's much appreciated. Okie dokie. So let's crack on. So Phil, if you watched Phil's Facebook Live yesterday, you will have seen all these. So I'm not going to kind of dwell on them as much, but I will go through the sets so that you can see them. So this is your Essential Verses Collection Volume 1, and there are 10 new stamp sets, and they're all A6, and they're more of an interactive set of stamps rather than just a verse that you just use as is. I mean, obviously with the older verses you can actually mask and cut things off and stuff, but with this one it's more interactive. So we're starting with the birthday one, and see, these are brand new. I only got them yesterday. I haven't opened them all yet. And you know, a full A6 size, so you've got a big main verse here, but obviously there is the potential to mask certain areas off, which is very easy to do. So you've got one big verse, and then you've got a kind of a banner sentiment, and then you've got two smaller verses as well, or sentiments as well. So that's your birthday one. And these really are going to be something that you're going to keep forever, really. And just whenever you need that sort of card, you've got your verse that's going to go with it. This is your anniversary. So again, you've got a kind of a main section here, but you can start it off in different ways. So you can say happy anniversary and then that, or love and best wishes to a special, and then you can put husband and add that in as well. So that's what it means by interactive. It's you can add certain bits in. So so you can have, say, life's cherished moments have been to share, have been to share, ours to share. You could have ours in there, have been ours to share, happy anniversary. But again, you can mask that off and just use that happy anniversary there if you like the size of that one, which is slightly bigger than that one. And you've got pair and partner and husband and wife on there. So there's lots on that one actually. That one's got 10 stamps on the anniversary one. Then you've got condolences, which was always a very difficult one to do. Again, a nice big size main verse. So with these, you can put the verse on the front, or you can put the verse on the inside. So you're in control, really. So lots of different sentiments on that one. I know Phil doesn't want me to read it all out to you. This is your friendship, which again is a really lovely one. Again, you can see there's certain sections of it which, you know, you can just use your low tack tape or a post-it or something like that and mask off the areas you don't want. Just remember that if you're masking first before you ink, that you actually remove the mask before you stamp, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble. So you've got friends and French in couple of different fonts here. Love you, you are my fabulous friend. Fantastic set, that one, really like that. Then you've got the baby one. So you can see from the front here, there's kind of little bits that have missed out of your sentiment. So we can say a new baby boy or baby girl. You can put those in here, and obviously with your stamping platform it's going to be very easy for you to position it so you can line it up perfectly. So we've got little hearts within the open letters as well, which I do like it when Phil does that. And the little eye on at the top of the eye, the dot on the top of the eye is a little heart as well. Really lovely, really sweet. And then you've got your wedding. Lots and lots on here, so you can do same-sex cards if you want to, because the Mr. and Mrs. are actually separate, and you've got you and we separately, our and your. So you can actually do a card, you know, so it'd be from a partner to a partner if you wanted to, so it's not all just to somebody else outside of the wedding. So that's that one. Then we've got, they're still going, special day, which obviously could be used for a wedding, but it could be just somebody's, you know, I don't know, their they're going somewhere special. It could be an anniversary, it could be that they've passed an exam or something like that. So it's just a reason to send a card when somebody's having a particularly special day. Somebody's had 25 years in a company or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, so again, you've got a main verse and smaller areas as well. I do like it when we've got a banner sentiment in there as well. Hi Trudy. So, sorry about my throat. Retirement. I was expecting one of these. No, I haven't actually got one from him, but it's fine. I'm not retired. I'm only semi-retired. I'm only retired from the TV. That's the only retired bit there is. But I love the mix of fonts that Phil's used in here. Time to relax. That doesn't necessarily have to be retirement, does it? It could be that you've got a couple of weeks off, and you really need time to relax. Again, split it up into separate areas if you want to. Really like that one. Got to have a woohoo, haven't we? So this is well done. So this obviously can be passing your driving tests, passing your exams, just getting a new job. It can be anything really. So I do like it when Phil puts woohoo on cards. I think that it's so him. But we've got congratulations on there, so that could be used for anniversary or weddings or things like that, an engagement. So it's encompasses a lot of different occasions, that particular set. And then we've got new home. So this one here, of course, you can interact with this one as well. So where it says you really must be glad you've only gone and found, and you can say yourselves or yourself or your family, and you can pop that in there. Shiny new pad. Yeah, love that one. And then we've got this one. This one is going to be, if you don't get any of them, if you've got verses from previous years and you've kept them all and you think, oh, I don't need any more, this handmade by one is an essential. So you've got the circular one here, which is a floral frame. I don't see on the packaging a little bit better, and it kind of coordinates with the Floral Curios collection. So if you've got any of the Floral Curios collection, then this is going to be ideal to put on the back of your card there. So we've got the handmade by, and that is actually separate. So you could use that particular circular frame and put happy birthday in the middle if you wanted to. So it could be your focal point rather than something that goes on the back. But then you've got 6 other handmade by stamps as well. So I think you're going to love that one. So that one is, I think, definitely essential. Oh, talking too much. Right. I need a slurp. Excuse me a minute. Find a bottle of water. Right. So let's crack on and do some demonstrations. Put those to one side a minute. Let me put those over here. Right. So got all my bits. So we thought we'd make a proper card. We're going to make 2 proper cards. We're going to make an A5 card, and I've just pulled this from the compendium box kit. So it's one of the card blanks that's in there. So proper cards, and then the other one's going to be a 5.5-inch square card. So that's not going to be a very big one. Oh, good, Helen. Helen says she's going to have a go at doing some YouTube videos. Yeah. Good idea. When I get my iPad and the app, you'll be able to see me to begin with when I'm talking to you, which I'm sure you might not be very happy about, but I'm told that that's what people want. I'm happy with you seeing my hands. All right, so we're going to the stamping platform. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp my handmade by on the back before I start sticking pieces of card in there, and then I get in a mess. You can see I've got the fan on. Sorry, I've got some of my fairy hugs stamps on the back here. Talking of fairy hugs, some of these verses had worked really well with the fairy hugs stamps. So you could stamp your scene and then put your handmade by on the back, and your verse in the middle. And where's the other one gone? There it is. It's stuck there, that's why. I like those ones. Right, they're the strongest. So we want a handmade by on the back. So I like these. Custom made just for you by. This extra special handmade card was made for you by. Handcrafted especially for you by. All different fonts. Lovingly crafted in the craft room of. Handcrafted, all the best things are by. Crafted with love by. They're really good, aren't they? Right. Let's have this. I want a decent sized one. Let's have that one. Obviously, if you're worried about stamping directly on a card, you can just cut a die cut out and stamp onto that and then glue that on the back. And you'll see some of the samples by the design team. They've done that. Because the thing is trying to get it straight and in the middle-ish. So I could be an hour doing that. Right, so I am going, because I'm dealing with papers that are from the lavenders, I need to decide which colour I'm going to go for. So I'm going on white. Let's grab a scrap of white card and figure out, I want to know whether I'm going to go for Chianti or Monarch. That's a bright purple. I think it might be Chianti. Yeah, we're going Chianti. That's what we're going for. So if you're going to do a little swatch like that, make sure that you're actually going on to the same colour card that you're going to be stamping on, because otherwise it won't look the same. So Chianti VersaFine Clair. So I haven't stamped any of these before. They're all new stamps. They're all photopolymer stamps, manufactured in the UK. The best quality that you can get, as you'd expect from Mr. M. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Hi, Art Angel. Okay. That's done. So that's always a good idea to, if you're going to actually just stamp it directly on your card, to do that as the first thing that you do before you start putting layers on and making the stamping difficult for yourself. So that's that. So I'm going to put that to one side for a minute. And then we're going to look at, oh, I need that plonker. Let's just make sure we don't smudge it. So on the front, we're going, oh, I was going to look for the colour of this. I can't remember what the colour is of this. Let me have a look. So it's a really dark purple. And I don't have much card in stock myself. So it's not that, it's not that. Oh, Deep Plum, that's what it's called. Deep Plum. This is the premium cardstock from Sentimentally Yours. Yeah, Chianti is good. And this is the lavenders in the celebration paper pack. And I thought that this, because we're going to use the new home set, and I thought this looked a bit like wallpaper, so that's why we're going for this particular one. So let's get this all stuck down. And a bit of Sentimentally Yours PVA. I've just done a little tiny border because we're going to bring some edges in as well. I love all the VersaFine Clairs. I keep on thinking I haven't got them all, but then when I look just at my stock room and think, no, I've got that one, I've got that one, I've got that one, I've got them all. I want some more. So using the Graceful Deep Edges die set, you get 3 dies in this set, if I can find it for you. Here we go. So you get these three, and they don't cut on one side. So that side doesn't cut, that doesn't cut, and then this one doesn't cut either. So that means that you can make your border as deep as you want to. So I've done one out of the pure white card and one out of the deep plum card, and we're just going to stack those on top of one another to give ourselves kind of a skirt, and then that's going to go on here as well. So let's get these stuck together. You can actually, you know, if you wanted to, you could do this sort of thing and stick them behind as well, which is quite a nice thing to do. Obviously you'd have them the right length. They're about 20 centimeters in height. Obviously if you don't want them that deep, you just trim them down, no problem. I'm not going to bother trying to put a bit of glue on the edge. They should be the same size, hopefully. Pick them up, move them around, line them up. And then this is going to go, I mean, we could have a card that opens the other way so that it, you know, swings that way, but we're going to do one that way. These were super popular, these dies, when they were out. They are on the shows. There's 10% discount on my website on everything that's on the one day special shows, and that runs until midnight on Monday night, and you need to enter the code verse 10 verse 10 in the discount code box at checkout. Put it in capitals. It's on the page where you actually pay, as you'd expect, because it's part of your payment. So that's where you find it. It's not the add note to order, it's the discount code box at checkout. Let's see if we can get that lined up nicely. There we go. So there's our border, and then this is going to go on our card like so. I think I'm just going to put it on flat. We'll put a little bit of foam tape when we come to do the sentiment. So just a case of doing some mats and layers. I must admit, when I got the stamps through yesterday, I went through everything that I've already got cut. I thought, yeah, that'll do. But the only thing I've used that I'd already got cut was the white edger. It's a starting point though, isn't it? Let's get that straight. Okay, give that a good press. Make sure I don't smudge my handmade by. It makes all the difference, doesn't it, having that on the back? So professional. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. Then we've got, I'm going to put, this is your stitch torn ovals, because I haven't really stuck to what's on the show. And that's going to go there, but we want a sentiment on there. And then on the inside, we're going to put our verse. So again, I've got stitch torn ovals and a bigger one that's cut from the deep plum, and that's just going to go in there just as is. I'm not going to put any backing paper in there, and then there's space to write down here whatever you want to write personally, because it's good to write in a card as well. So let's get these two bits stamped. Where's the platform? Okay. Yeah, I wish they would bring out more colours too, definitely. So, like I say, we're going to go for the new home. So let's do our front bit first. And we're going to have a good look in your new home. Let's get these pads on. Ovals are a little bit difficult because to see where they are straight, because, well, it's just difficult. I know they're not straight, they're kind of bendy, aren't they? But do you know what I mean? It's very hard to see where they're even and you're not going to go up or down at an angle. So good luck in your new home. It fits nicely in there. Obviously you could use circles, squares, whatever shape you want to, wherever rocks your boat. Let's see if that's straight. In the middle-ish, yeah, that'll do. And push our magnets a bit further, so just in case it moves, because it's a new stamp, hopefully we'll be covered. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could dust with an anti-static bag first, and you could add your clear embossing powder on top. But, you know, if I can get away without embossing, I will. Because I'm lazy like that. You just have to remember that you might smudge it, so it's kind of swings and roundabouts, really. There we go. Beautiful, crisp image. And I say these are brand new stamps. I haven't stamped them before. You don't need to do any sort of conditioning or anything like that. It's good to go straight away, because it's not like dealing with my Fairy Hug stamps, which are silhouette stamps, and because they're silhouettes you sometimes have to do them a couple of times, but that's to do with silhouettes, not the quality of their stamps. I must make that 100% clear, because there's nothing wrong with the quality of the Fairy Hug stamps. They're very good quality, as is Mr. M's. Right, okay, so that's that, and then we want as our verse to go in the middle. So this time the oval's going this way up. I've got a dirty mark there. Get rid of those. Let's have a look, see if I can find my... If I can't find it, we'll just live with... Ah, there it is. Sometimes when you do some die cutting, you end up picking up dirty marks from your plates. There's another one there. Okay. I think that's straightish. There must be a way to figure out how to get your ovals straight. There must be. I'd like to know what that little tip is, really. Right, so we're going to stamp this first of all. Obviously it's not complete, because we need to have yourself or yourselves or your family put in here, but we need to stamp the main part first. Let's just see if we get that straight. So just as I say, if you want to do your embossing, the best thing to do, especially with a new stamp, is you can dust it first, pop your stamp on, pick it up, but then I would dust it again, because if you've moved it slightly, you know, lining it up, you might have moved some of the sticky residue, and the embossing powder may well stick to that anyway. Not sure if Jean's watching. Jean can't figure out how to comment. Say, Jean, on your on the screen where you've got, I think it's where you've not only got the like, dislike and share and save thing there. There should be something that says live chat. So if you click on that, then you should be able to comment, and the live chat will come up on the right hand side of where you're watching. Obviously if you're in full screen, then you need to come off of full screen, because you won't see chat in full screen. I hope that makes sense. It's all a learning curve for all of us, I think, watching live on YouTube. I've only ever watched Tim Holtz live before, when he does all his new distress. But you have to watch that, don't you? You have to watch what the new colour's going to be. It's very exciting. He has like thousands and thousands of people watch. I've got something on there. I've got a little mark there. Don't know what that is. Ah! That's a little bit annoying. I had a little bit of a something or other on my stamp, and I've got a little mark there. But should we just pretend it's not there? We'll just live with it, because it's only me that spotted it. I bet you didn't spot it. It's gone now. It was a bit of fluff, I think. because I've got my fan on, it's probably blown a bit of cat hair or something up. Especially as Ed likes to sit on my desk. Now, we haven't finished this yet, have we? So we need to decide whether we have your... Let's have your... Oh, it's difficult what to put. Yourself. Let's have yourself or your family. Let's have your family. Fiddle, fiddle. Just get with the program, Julie. Now, can I get this straight? This is the question. It might be a bit wonky because I'm going around the camera. And it's a new stamp, so I can't see exactly where it is. You know, when they're dirty, you can see exactly where you're lining them up. So it's better to have dirty stamps than clean ones. Oh, she uses a tablet. Right, well, yeah, Chris is saying that Jean uses a tablet. Until I get my iPad, which I'll order probably tomorrow, I can't actually help her with that. So hopefully next time I do a live, I might be able to help her with that. So, is anybody... Oh, thanks, Archangel. But the trouble is that Jean might not be able to see that. So let me read what Archangel's saying about live chat. Assuming, Archangel, this is you're talking about on a tablet. Archangel says, if you're in full screen, you have a red dot to show it's live, a little person and a number to show how many people are watching in the bottom right hand corner. Click on that to bring up the live chat. That's what she says. I'll say it again so that Jean can take it in. If you're in full screen, you have a red dot to show it's live, a little person and a number to show how many people are watching in the bottom right hand corner. Click on that to bring up the live chat. And also Trudy says if you close the description box, it should come up on the side. So hopefully, Jean, that might help you. Oh, I haven't done that too badly, look. You wouldn't be able to tell that that was two separate stamps. It's a little bit behind me. Oh, no, it isn't. There it is, there. So when I clean my stamp, you wobble, which is a bit of a shame. Let me show you. We'll ignore that little mark there. That's really bugging me, that little mark. Fluff. Ed's hair gets everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. He's losing so much fur. Even when I brush him, you know, I get handfuls and handfuls of fur out of him. He still furs 5 minutes later. Ed's the cat. It's not my son. Ed's the cat. I'm watching on the telly and in the iPad so I can comment. Yeah, yeah. Bless her. She does try. You have to remember that Jean's over 80, so I think she does marvellously to do everything that she does do. She's brilliant. Wish my mum would have been as active as Jean is. Right, so let's get this stuck together because I have got 2 demos for you. And we're at 11:34. They are simple ones because. I mean the actual verses do all the work for you. So I'm not going to ink. I'm going to keep it nice and clean because that's how I want it to be. Let's see if we can get this lined up so that it doesn't look a bit cockeyed. Okay. I quite like watching YouTube on my TV as well. If you've got a Fire Stick or a smart TV, then you should be able to watch YouTube on your TV. So everything's bigger. But it's not. You can't really comment on the TV because it just takes forever because you have to type everything at one letter at a time, don't you, on your little controller? Unless, of course, you're under 25 and you can type very quickly with the controller. Let's get this one on the inside. So obviously we're not going to put any foam tape on that. We're just going to plonk that in the centre. And because my card blank is the pure white card from the compendium box kit, the card blanks that come in there, everything matches with my pure white card that I've got at home. Because there's different colours of white, remember. Or not all whites are equal. Okay, that's going to go in there. I don't normally do anything on the inside of a card, but obviously these warrant it. So let's figure out what we're doing here. What I thought we'd do to dress this up, grab my bits, all my bits down here, that's all the bits for here, is, well, there's a couple of different choices. I thought, this is the Sweetheart Butterfly, which is again from the compendium box kit. I thought we could have that there and we could put that on top, but I'm not sure if I like that, so we're going to keep that for something else. But what we're going to do is use the shabby butterflies, and we're going to put the lacy one of the smaller ones that have a coordinated backer, and we're going to pop that onto a white back, and we're going to have a couple of them just flying up there like that, and then we're going to have a flower going on here. So I just want to check that before I stick this down, as to where I want to position that. Oh, Pauline's managed chat. So even if we haven't helped Jean, we've helped Pauline, so that's good. I think, Helen, my cat loses his coat all year. Obviously it's worse in the summer, but he's bonkers, you know. When it was, he has felt the heat this week, but like even on Monday he was lying behind the curtain in front of the patio in the full sun. And it just makes you hot thinking about it. I remember when I used to have a greenhouse, my cats used to sleep in the greenhouse when it was like, I don't know, 100 degrees or whatever in there. Oh, absolutely bonkers, absolutely bonkers. But he has been flopping a lot. So he's just, you know, walked somewhere and just stopped and flopped. And he's also, I've given him there's things called Licky Licks by Webbox. And my daughter actually introduced me to those, because her new cat, Damon, he's a black cat. He's really tiny. And he can sit on his hind legs. I'm just shaping that. I think I'm going to cut off these bits here, actually, as well. He can go right onto his hind legs, quite and reach up and lick, you know, like an ice pop. Lick these Licky Licks. Which Catherine's frozen, and he's just amazing the way he goes onto his hind legs. Ed won't do that. I've got a little video of him, and we think he must have had brain freeze. He tried it for about 5 seconds, but having said that, he does like it when I cut them up, or not cut them up, but break them up and put them in his bowl. So he had quite a few Licky Licks on Tuesday. So I've cut the main body off there, the antennae off the white one, and I'm just going to glue them on top of each other. Wait for the glue to grab. So that I don't want a shadow with the antennae and the body. I just want a little bit of movement there. So we do the other one as well, exactly the same. Any progress on the house move? Well, it's all really, really slow. Really, really slow. I know the buyer at my mum's is going around again to, what date is it? It's the 20th today, isn't it? Tomorrow. Is it the 20th? Oh, it's the 21st. They're going around today, actually. Not sure why, but they are. They want to have a survey, but they haven't done anything about it yet. The one I'm buying, I've arranged a survey for. I think that's going to be next week. So it's all a case of just waiting, really. Okay, so we're going to do this one exactly the same way. Just put a bit of glue up and down. And obviously I'd like it to go through as well, my mum's to go, especially to go through as quickly as possible, the whole thing, because I'm now paying council tax on my mum's, because it's been 6 months since probate, because she's been dead 12 months next month, and that's on top of paying for all the utilities as well, and the gardener and stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit of a nuisance. Right, so we can just glue this on the body. Have these. Oh, do we not want to stick? How rude. Have these lying up here, like so. A little bit of movement. Obviously that'll flatten in the envelope a little bit, but we get the idea. We could have a little trail of gems coming down as well. Talking of which, I didn't get any gems out. How shoddy is that? Let's have a look. Let's see what I've got. I know there's some, you know, there's always something I forget, isn't there? And the gems, I constantly forget. Let's leave it to the side. Let's see if we've got any gems. I'm not going to put them on just yet. Oh, I don't like that colour. I might have to go for just the Aurora ones. Yeah, let's just go for the Aurora ones, because they're fairly good. Art Angel's saying that her black cat insists on sleeping on the burning concrete. No matter how much we move him, we'll bring him in. Yeah, I think that Ed would probably do that. We were saying that the other day, because he's a house cat now, because he's been in one too many fights. So we've had him in for a couple of months now. I would prefer to let him out, but you know, even in the middle of the night, we still hear cat fights. So I know he would have been in that. So definitely he's in. But yeah, so I think he definitely would have been on the concrete as well. That's if he, I mean, he still seems to want to go out, but he's not going out. So we're going to have some, these are succulent foliage, so we're going to have a couple of those here, and we're just going to have one big flower there. So we need to build the flower, because I haven't done that yet. So what I've done is I've taken, oh, we don't want that one, do we? That's for the next one, and that's for the next one. I've got, these are the, which ones are these? I forget what they're called. Not that one. I think it's the blooms that have got, that's the blossoms, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, that is the blossoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is that one, isn't it? Yes. So this is your shabby blossoms, and I've cut the spotty paper from the lavenders as well. Then I've gone down a couple of sizes, and I've cut a couple out of the pure white card. And then for the stamens, I'm using the shabby daisies. I did that on a live on Saturday, and I quite like that. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry about my voice. She's really annoying at the moment. So let's grab see if I've got a big ball tool. Oh, I have that one. That's not a ball tool, that's something else. There we go. This is a woodware shape it tool. I think I've still got some of these in stock. It's like they've been out for years and years and years, and they've got like a little finger hold there, which is so useful, and I use that for scooping out my my powders as well, glitters or whatever. So anyway, so we're just going to run this down here. Oh, need to be careful that I don't split the paper, because it is paper and I'm being quite rough with it. And these are little shaping mats. Sorry about the noise. And I do have a few of them, the pre-loved ones available still on my website. I think they're 50p because there's loads that I had on workshops, and I haven't done workshops for quite a few years. I'm just giving that a little bit of shape like so, and then when you press it down it pops up a little bit, so we give that a swivel in the middle because it's a bit bigger, and then we glue these pieces together. See, I've got my fan on, which is why the flowers are going all over the place. Come here! Stop disappearing on me. So we're just going to offset that slightly to give us a bigger flower. Want it more offset than that, that's it. And then these two are going to go together. I mean, obviously if we were inking, I'd ink the edges of the petals, but I'm not adding any extra ink at all. Let's shape these while we're at it as well. So this is the deep plum card, as I said. Make like little spiders. These have got 8 petals on them, and they're going to coordinate not just with the shabby flowers, but also with the delicate daisies, the delightful daisies, and the dotty daisies as well. I just thought they work really well as stamens. I've used 2 sizes of this one as well, but you could use the same size or just one. There's lots of different variations that you can make, and they just work nicely as flowers anyway. Let's put that in the centre. So I've gone for some white as well, just to give it as a bit of a contrast. You could take another paper and use another paper if you wanted to. So that's our flower. Oh, we want a gem, don't we? I think we'll have to have a small one. Have I put my tools back in the right place? That's the question. Yes, I have. You'd be glad to know that the second card is so much quicker. Oh, hi Margaret. Yeah. It's a learning curve, isn't it? Finding out where everything is on YouTube if you've not used it before. But once you've started it, then you'll know. You'll be there. I'm just popping one of the Aurora gems in the centre. Okay, so let's get this finished. So we'll pop our succulent foliage. You could obviously not bother with the flowers, and then it would be great for a guy card. But some guys like flowers anyway. Obviously our Phil does. And that's going to go in the centre like so. And then, like I say, if you wanted to, you could add some gems to the butterfly as well. I'm not going to overdo it. I know Phil would put glitter and all sorts on here. But there we go. So there's your first card. So we've got our lovely verse in the centre, and then we've got our main part on the outside. Do you like that? Oh, it does, doesn't it? Let's get rid of that one. And get rid of all of that. Why don't they just get a life? Yeah, I've reported it. Yeah. Have they got anything better to do? See, I can actually, I don't want to, if I actually hide the comments immediately, then I don't know if the chat works properly. So, but when we've finished, I will make sure everything's hidden, so I can review it. Anywho, right, let's do a second one. So, as promised, we're going to have a little 5.5-inch square card. Again, we're on pure white card. So just like we did before, we're going to start by stamping our handmade by message on the back. Start as you mean to go on, and make sure that I practice what I preach. So let's pop this in. This will be much quicker because it's only a little dinky little card. I think it's I mean, the design team have made some, as usual, they are exceptional. So we've got Alison, David, Karen's made some this time, Phil's made some this time. We've got Lozzie, Ilona, Helen. Angela's been on holiday, but I believe she's going to make some samples and pop them onto social media. So hopefully I've not missed anybody out. So, and they've all made absolutely cracking samples, but I didn't really look at their samples before I did my demo prep, because well, I just didn't. And they've made some absolutely stunning samples, so there's lots of inspiration to do. So I've just gone for simple because I think then I can show you how quick and easy it is for you to knock something up. So we're just going to go black with this one. So this is the Nocturne Versifying Claire. So I picked another of the handmade by sentiments. He's not going to get many thrills on here, is he, Chrissy? So there we go. Excuse me. One blinking horrible thing about a cough is that it interferes when you're trying to do stuff. It's been fine this morning up until now. Right, so there's my handmade by, which is from the Essentials handmade by. It's not called it part of the collection. It's like just a bonus because it doesn't say essential verses. It's just one of the essentials from there. Then what I'm going to do this time, instead of actually stamping onto a I need to do it this way, I think, onto a die cut, I'm actually going to stamp my verse on the inside of my card instead, because you can do that. Of course you can. You can do whatever you want to. So we're going to go for the well done, because I like the woohoo and it makes me happy. It makes me think of Phil all the time, because there's not that many people that you hear saying woohoo. I mean, we do, but you know, Phil says it a lot. So we're going to pop this in here. Again, I'm going to do it slightly up so that we've got space to write in if we want to. Remember, this is a 5.5-inch square card blank. So it go in your 6x6 envelopes, whatever you put on the front. Don't fold over the card. I'm thinking that's my platform. It isn't. Oh, for heaven's sake, the heat's getting to me. I'm special. What's that? I've no idea what that is. Right, black again. Obviously you can use your regular VersaFines as well. Actually, if you want more colours, the VersaFine Claire, remember there are colours of VersaFine. It's not quite as juicy as VersaFine Claire, but and they do them in the little cube ink pads. So I have quite a few of those in stock if you want to try some different colours. I must pull some out for myself actually and see what they're like. And I've got full-size sepia ones as well, which is a brown. Let's see how we've done here, because we've got, oh, look at that, look how wonderful that is, and there's solids here, so you've got kind of almost like silhouette style stamps, but they've all stamped absolutely beautifully. That little S there, get that there, that's better. That's wonderful, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. First stamping, don't have to do it again. So that's on the inside of my card. So we've done the back and the inside. And while we're stamping, we might as well stamp what we're going to put, some of the bits that we're going to do on the front as well. So we're going to use quite a few stamps from this particular set. So I've got a little double deboss essential square. And then we're going to put You Are the Best in here. So this could be for so many different occasions. So you could use this with the retirement, anything really. Friendship, you could use it with the friendship one as well. They're a bit sticky because they're new, obviously. Let's move that up ever so slightly so it grabs more. Now we've got that on. Yeah. And grab my Nocturne again. I love the font on this. It's really quite special, isn't it? I really like that. I'd like to see more in that font, Mr. M. I don't think Phil's watching today. I think he must be, I think he's got to go and get his hair cut ready for the show, so I don't think he's online at the moment. He did mention that he's got a video that he's recorded that he was going to pop onto YouTube, so I'm not sure if he's had time to do that. I'm sure it'll appear at some point, so do remember to be subscribing to Phil's channel as well. I'm sure most of you are. Right, so on the front, what I thought I'd do is I've got some more double debossed essential squares here. In fact, let's stop faffing, Julia. I thought on the front what we'd do is we'd stack these up, and this is the what's the name of this particular card? Why can't I remember the names? I'm sure it's not total. Is it teal? It's not totally turquoise. It's the teal one. Secret Lagoon. That's what it is. Secret Lagoon. And I've used the teal papers here from the celebration pack. I think the teals come with the blues, and then the lavenders come with the pinks, and then we've got another one here, and then obviously our You Are the Best is going to fit in there. So we could just have it like that, but that's a little bit boring, isn't it? So what I thought we'd do is actually take the congratulations and actually perhaps even put congratulations there and well done there, and then we're going to bring in some flowers down here. So what we need to do first of all is just take this out of here a minute. What we need to do is make sure that I've got something to stamp around. So I think what we're going to do is just, I want to pop that on there, but I do want to, I want to raise it up? No, because we're going to put flowers on. Let's actually glue this in place. This is the trouble when I've just prepped something and I don't really know where I'm going with it. It's in my head, but it doesn't always work. Right. I mean, you could put, you could use low tack tape and tape two of the sides down. You could do that as well. But we're going to see if we can pop it straightish in the middle-ish. Everything's ish. Does that look straight? I think it's as near as damn it. It's on that line. Yep. That'll do me. I am a bit concerned about pressing down on that and actually getting the transference of ink on the other side. So what we're going to do is just pop another page in there. And we're going to pop this in our platform. Oh, come here. Stop making friends. Okay. So let's have the congratulations. That's going to go like that, I think. Is that going to be straight? Be nice if it was, because obviously we're dealing with a straight line there, but we'll see. It's not a dirty stamp. I like dirty stamps because then I can see exactly where I'm going. So this might be more of you get the idea rather than it being perfect. I don't think it's quite straight. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll live with that. I'll live with that. So that's that one. Then we're going to take the well done from the same set, and we're going to put the well done down this side, like so. So we're making our own corner sentiment, really. That looks straight. Yeah, we go with that. How are we doing? Just over an hour. Not too bad. We've nearly finished this one. Might be another 10 minutes. I don't think that's quite as dark. That's better. Right, so that's that. Well done. So that's all my stamping done. So we can fetch this out of here. And then we can add our other layers. Because you might not want to have a really fussy card, and it is nice to sometimes do proper size cards and not huge ones. And it is quite a challenge actually, working to a size rather than making the card fit to however, because normally I start on the top and work backwards, and then the size ends up however big it needs to be rather than a set size. So it is quite a challenge to actually get it and do it the proper size. And then we've got these two that we're going to stick together, and we'll put a bit of tape on this one. If I was going to use a distress ink, I'd probably use peacock feathers to edge it if I wanted to. Let's put a little bit of 1mm tape wherever I put it. That's 2, don't want 2. That's straight, yep, straightish. And then we're going to just add a couple of flowers to it. So we've got some, cut these from the star paper. These are the star flowers. So I've got a couple of different sizes, 2 of each, and then we've got the leaves as well, but I'm going to not use the full leaf. Take a little bit off there. And we've got, once again, we're using stamens, but just single ones, and they're not the stamens, they're the shabby daisies. So for this one, we're going to tweezers. I'm going to have to use some regular tweezers because I don't know what else I can find my tweezers. They should be at the top of my pile. I'm sorry, I keep on knocking the camera with my glasses. But they're not. So we're going to have to use some mediocre tweezers because I don't know where they are. You don't want to watch me find some tweezers. Goodness knows where they are. I've got two lots of those particular tweezers as well. So pretend these are Phil's tweezers. And we're going to just... These are actually from a hospital that somebody gave me years and years and years ago. So we just pretend they're Phil's and we just squeeze them in. There. Just working around. You've got that wonderful deboss finish to these in the centre of the flowers, like you have with all of the shabby flower dies and the shabby foliage as well. I do have a few of those left, not many though. And then you've got the raggedy edge, which is really cool too. Right, so we're going to here and pop the like ones together. This frog is driving me nuts. I'll set them slightly, give them a push, and they get all that shape just from the push. I must remember not to stack these up. Could get carried away and forget that I'm making 2 flowers rather than 1. And the same thing again, we just run embossing tool along the petals. And we'll add these to the centre. So obviously you can use your sensational stamens. But we're using the shabby daisies instead. Can we move into this lovely little spider? Talking spiders, my head eats a lot of spiders as well. It's moved. Don't want it to be there like that. I think that might be stuck now. Come on, move around a bit. That's better. And we have a tiny pearl again. You can only get these from Honeypot, unfortunately. Well, it's fortunate for Honeypot, but not fortunate for me. There might be some teal ones, I don't know. Can't remember. The forest green would probably work. I think it's called forest green. What have I done with my pickups? I put them back. Why did I put it back? If you wait a bit for the glue to dry, then you won't flatten your flowers out quite so much. But it's fine. Whatever. Right, so we just finish this off by adding our leaves. Again, we're going to give them a little bit of shape at the vein. You can obviously go up or down, whatever rocks your boat. Don't do it with ink all over your fingers though, because you'll end up making a bit of a mess. And try not to come, because the card's going to stand up, try not to come over the bottom of the card. Another big one down here, and a smaller flower, tuck that in there. And there we go. 2 cards for you, 2 simple-ish cards. And obviously both of them have got a verse in the centre. And we've got the handmade by on the back. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Not had some comments for a while, so I hope you're all okay. And that we haven't had, because we've reported the person that was being a bit obnoxious and rude, that all the comments have been banned. Hopefully not. Like I say, I hope you've enjoyed that. It will be available to watch back at any point if you'd like to. Oh, we're there. Yeah, Pauline's there. Yeah, so you can watch it back whenever you're ready, whenever you want to. And don't forget that the One Day Special launch is at 6 PM on Create and Craft tonight. Obviously, we like to purchase from either myself, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. I don't have a lot of stock, or honeypotcrafts.co.uk. And other retailers as well. Remember to support your local retailer. Thank you very much, everybody. I keep an eye on my Facebook page, and you'll get notified. I'll notify you when I'm going to do another live. I'll try and do one on Sunday if I can, because I've got a few demos that I haven't managed to do with the Sentimentally Yours festive ornaments collection. So I'll try and do one on Sunday morning for you. We'll see how we go. But keep an eye on that. Also, there's the notification, the little bell that you can click on, which will notify you whenever I'm live. Do take care of yourselves, and I will catch you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.